Welcome back to another Mitsubishi Conquest, Starion, Chrysler Conquest, whatever video. This one specifically is a Mitsubishi Starion, but people know it as Chrysler Conquest or Mitsubishi Starion. So in this video, we're going to be tackling a couple different things. One thing for sure is that I wired the fan wrong in the last video. I was following the wrong diagram on Google, so I tested it the other night and it's not right. But I did test the fan. The fan is working. It's working well. Also, one thing that we want to test is to make sure that the cooling system has no leaks in it before we put water in it. So we're gonna run a vacuum test on the cooling system and see if it holds vacuum. At least if it holds vacuum, we know that we might be relatively okay. I know a pressure test is better, but we do not have a pressure test device for cooling systems here, only a vacuum. So that's a couple of things we're gonna tackle in this video. And then another thing we need to tackle, I might tackle in this video, is we need to figure out a belt setup. Dad did go ahead and get the pulleys all put on and mounted. Let me show you that here. Okay, so this pulley is mounted, the crank pulley is mounted, and he did say he'd got a belt all measured. Okay. Go ahead and get this. Perfect. Water is out. Okay, this gauge is a little messed up on here, but it'll get us kind of a reading. Okay, it's not sealing with that end on there, so let's try the other end here. Nope, that end doesn't work either. Let me see if I can find the cap for this and maybe we can vacuum it from this cap over here. I'm just gonna try a few things. Hoping we can get this vacuum down. I didn't think this would be this much of an issue. Wow. Okay, so the system simply just won't vacuum down. And that's not necessarily good. I wonder if there's a way I can test that the vacuum thing is working. Okay, so the vacuum machine is working. I had to get us a new cap because this is why the other one was not working. At least I think so. We're about to give it a shot again and see what happens. But put this on there. Hopefully that seals up. grab our vacuum machine here. All right, so I think this radiator is literally just no good. I tried vacuuming it down and it will not vacuum down. It just will not. I've checked all the hose connections, they're all good. I've got that new cap up there and I'm vacuuming it from over there. This is seated all the way down where it's supposed to be. It will not vacuum down. This is a used radiator out of another car, hence why it's pretty dirty in there. And this radiator's been sitting around our house for a while, so we weren't even sure if it was good, to be honest. So I guess now we know it's just not good without even putting water in it. So that's a bummer. Maybe we can find another radiator or something to use. I'll talk with Dad about it and see what he thinks, but that's it for the radiator part. All right, so we're back inside the car. We're just going to do a quick wiring fix on what I messed up last time, and hopefully we can get it right this time. Not sure, but I'm gonna have to read a few things here because I don't remember exactly which wire is which. I'm gonna use a different thing on Google this time and hopefully get it wired right. All right, so I know there's not much light, but I think I got it figured out now. Let me go ahead and turn the power on and see what we find here. Let's test this wire. Okay, blank. Let's test this wire. Also blank. Okay, so maybe I finally have this thing wired right. But let me go ahead and double check the diagram and make sure that everything looks correct. But I'm gonna go ahead and trigger this wire that the internet says is correct, and I'm gonna listen for the fan to turn on. Okay, we got no fan there. Let's try this side. Okay, so nothing's happening, which is not a good sign. It means I still have this wired wrong. Okay, so I did figure it out after trial and error that I had two bad relays. Both these relays I had were bad, no good. I should have tested those before rewiring it 600 different times, but now I can at least prove that the relay works by hooking up this wire here. See, now it has ground trigger. Seems to have good, some good flow too. Oh yeah, that moves a lot of air. That's what I'm talking about. I just check my wire for heat. It is making some slight bearing noise, but overall, not too shabby. Can check for any warmth in the wires here. And we're good. I feel no warmth at all. That's perfect. So just keep in mind when you're wiring stuff, make sure your relays are good. I also have to add, while I'm sitting here tidying some of this wiring up, that just because you see me on YouTube talking about how I'm doing something does not mean that it's the right way. So do not do what I do. Yes, the way I do things might be functional sometimes, but that does not mean it's the right way. So do not do what I do. Would not recommend. The stuff we build may not be fast, but it's unique for sure. Got a 400 small block swap Mitsubishi. Got a turbo 32 or turbo 302 Fox body Mustang. That isn't very unique except for my turbo kit, which is custom made by me and my father. Got Tyson's 4.6 stuff. Got my older brother Joey's 4.6 stuff. We're trying to kick some cool stuff out. Might not be cool. Might not be as cool as some other people's stuff, but hey, I'm not telling you who to watch. All right, little update for you guys. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm not turning the fan off today because it's super hot outside. We got the little AC going over there, so little update. I just went and picked up the belt for this. Dad took the radiator out because, as you saw before, it wouldn't vacuum down, and we were unsure if the radiator was even good. And unfortunately, that radiator fits perfect in here, and it's specially made for a hot rod. So we took it to a local radiator shop, and they're checking it out and seeing what they can do to fix it maybe. Otherwise, we'll be sourcing another radiator. But yeah, I got the belt right here. Gonna have to try and put that on, and then also we need to wire up the alternator. Looks like Dad got some wire out. Not sure if that's gonna be good or not, but we'll just start messing with stuff and see how it goes. Okay, so I just got the belt kind of just slapped on there. I haven't quite adjusted it yet, but it looks like it's gonna work out nice. So we'll be able to tension that up, and it should work perfect. And then I just got to wire up the alternator, and we'll be set. All right, so I got the belt tightened up. That's done, and I got one end of the wire made, and then I just got to make the other end. But I don't want to make the other end until I get the wire kind of ran underneath here and figure out how long it needs to be. Okay, I got the alternator all wired up. I left a little extra length on the wire for right now, but I just want to go ahead and try and start it and see if it's charging. We're going to be able to tell if it's charging just based on the simple fact of the sniper will be able to tell me if it's charging. So we got 12.3 battery volts, and then I think it's charging. Seems like it is. Just the RPM might be a little low at idle. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I gotta get the wire zip tied up, but we got a charging Mitsubishi. That's perfect. That makes me happy. Means I'm one step closer to getting this thing tuned.